Parradine is one of the most emblematic examples of the British phenomenon of small automotive manufacturers that mushroomed in the second half of the 20th century. This scene was brimming with passionate engineers, garage visionaries, and enthusiasts eager to create their own sports cars. Among this group, Parradine Motor Company stood out above all for its ambition. From the outset, the company aimed at the luxury GT and supercar segment, not typical kit cars or ultralight roadsters. For this reason, the first prototype, unveiled in 1988, generated considerable interest. The debuting Pegasus Roadster was powered by the powerful Jaguar V12 engine, which represented the pinnacle of British engineering in the 1980s. It was an exceptionally bold design for such a small company, and its styling revealed clear inspiration from Aston Martin and Italian coach building. While the Pegasus didn't enter production, it served as the foundation for the design experience Parradine developed over the next decade. It wasn't until 1999, after 10 years of refining the design, that the company unveiled the final market-ready version of the vehicle, the 525S. The 525S attracted attention not only for its expert craftsmanship, but also for its futuristic features. The most innovative feature was the absence of traditional side mirrors. Instead, Parradine incorporated a camera system, a feature that wouldn't be introduced until decades later in production models from Lexus, Audi, and Honda. In the late 1990s, it was completely avant-garde. The car combined the classic proportions of a British GT with technological audacity, ensuring the 525S appealed to connoisseurs with sophisticated yet unconventional expectations. Structurally, the car was built around a highly rigid tubular frame, designed to keep weight low and distribute loads effectively at high speeds. The engine was placed in the front, with rear-wheel drive via a 6-speed manual gearbox. The overall design was honed to strike a balance between sporty responsiveness and ride comfort. This approach was typical of luxury GTs, but rarely seen in niche, small-scale production models, which typically favored austere sportiness. The most impressive element of the project was Parradine's proprietary engine, a 32-valve, 4.6-liter V8. The unit generated approximately 525 horsepower and 625 newton-meters of torque, placing the car among the most powerful cars in the world at the time of its launch. Few niche manufacturers chose to build their own engines, as it entailed enormous costs and complicated homologation. However, Parradine took the risk, ensuring that the 525S wasn't simply a cobbled together of parts from outside suppliers, but a fully fledged in-house design. Weighing just 1,350 kilograms and measuring just 4.27 meters long, the 525S proved to be an incredibly fast machine. Acceleration to 60 miles per hour took just 3.8 seconds, and a top speed of 330 kilometers per hour. Impressive, even today. Parradine was thus entering the realm of supercars like the Ferrari 550 Maranello and Lamborghini Diablo. Though its resources and technical resources were minuscule compared to the industry giants. This makes the company's achievements all the more remarkable. In 2002, the lineup expanded with the more affordable 320 model, which featured a 4.6-liter V6 producing around 320 horsepower. Although performance was more modest, the car still achieved a 0 to 100 kilometers per hour sprint in 4.5 seconds and a top speed of around 260 kilometers per hour. The 320 was intended to open the brand to a wider audience, offering lower purchase and running costs. In practice, however, sales remained similar to the 525S. The manufacturer was unable to reach a larger customer base without an extensive dealer network and promotional campaigns. John Parradine envisioned production of up to 50 units per year, but it quickly became clear that the market for cars priced over £100,000 was much more demanding than the company had anticipated. Ultimately, the price rose to £130,000, further limiting the number of buyers. In reality, the manufacturer was only able to build a handful of units per year. The coupe and shooting brake two-door station wagon designs remained only in computer-generated form. Attempts to attract investors to support the brand's development also proved unsuccessful. At a time when Aston Martin, TVR, and Bristol were also struggling to stay afloat, space for a new manufacturer was extremely limited. Despite its impressive specifications, the Parradine 525S couldn't compete in marketing or logistics with more recognizable brands. After producing just a dozen or so examples, the company gradually phased out its operations, disappearing from the market altogether after 2008. Today, the Parradine 525S remains a motoring phenomenon, a car that perfectly captures the spirit of British manufacturing, combining uncompromising ambition with the constraints of a small company. It is both a showcase for exceptionally daring engineering and proof that sometimes even the smallest players can create a design capable of challenging the world's elite. Among collectors, the car has earned the status of a rare, almost legendary GT, and every mention of it is a reminder of the courage, passion, and determination that shaped the British automotive landscape.